Okay, so day is 27th August 2024. Time is this, and day would be 115. Day would be 115. We have completed React in the last session. Now we will start with Node.js. Day 115. So what is Node.js? That is important thing. Node.js, when you say Node.js, what is that? Run JavaScript anywhere. We have seen that. A JavaScript interpreter taken out of the browser, that is nothing but what the node is. We have studied JavaScript in detail. Now we are going to learn the node means exactly what. We would be learning these packages. We would be learning these packages. So when you talk about the Node.js, it is the JavaScript taken out of the browser. Now what exactly they have taken? A group of different packages, and they have added few packages to it. It is the JavaScript runtime. Now if you want to store the file on your computer, now remember that so far we were in the context of browser, but remember that Node.js is the JavaScript interpreter taken out of browser. So here browser ends, there is no more browser. We are working on a server computer, right? We can create browser related things also, but for now you can consider we are out of browser. We are out of browser and you are targeting to the file system of the local machine. You are targeting network traffic to the local machine and a lot of other things. So Node.js is nothing but what? A group of packages or the modules. So you are learning Node.js means what? You are learning all these things. You are learning all these things. Now, if you want to see exactly what we are learning, it's available on our my syllabus. DOM manipulation till React also we have completed. Now Node.js. What is Node.js? What is npm? Creating a node project we have already seen, right? What is a npm node package manager? What is a Node.js? Yeah. What is a buffer? What is a stream? What do you mean by events? Handling the errors, same like this. Files and the modules, working with the process and OS, making database connectivity, working with HTTP module, third-party modules like this. So this much is the node, and with the node we learn a third-party package called as Express.js for handling the web-related requests. So when you say Node.js, what is the node exactly? A JavaScript interpreter taken out of the browser. JavaScript interpreter taken out of the browser. So these are the packages. Not all of them we are going to study, but few of them definitely we will study which are important, like HTTP, like console package, right? There are different packages. How do you handle the file systems? And all other things are important. Those we will study. Any question?
No.
Okay. Now Now, can you tell me how do you create the node project? Hello? How do you create the node project? I want to create the node project in this thing. First, you need to install the node on your machine. We have seen this thing, how you will install the node. You will go here, download the Node.js, right? And you simply double click it and that thing will happen automatically. Now I want to create a node project inside this. So first open the terminal, cd dot dot cd dot dot cd day 115 nvm use 18. If you see, there is a LTS. If you click over here, node 20.17.0 download.js node 27 with the long-term support. Now if it is a LTS, we can change it nvm use 20, nvm use 20. So first we need to install it. On my machine there is no node 20. Let's install it. Nvm install 20. Now you can say nvm use 20. So we are using node 20 over here. Okay, you are not having the nvm. I specifically have the nvm on my machine. What is a nvm? Node version manager. This is a separate tool I have installed for the reason I work with the different React node projects, right? For the different clients, I have multiple versions with me. For different clients, I have different versions with me. So for a particular project, I need to change the version. And if this is the requirement, you should go with the version manager, node version manager. You got it? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't need the NVM. Straight away you can double click. Straight away you can double click on download the package if you are on the Mac, and whatever is you are getting, just double click. Okay, so here you can see the learning material also. What is the node? Installing the Node.js. How much JavaScript you need to know to use the Node.js. Difference between Node.js and browser. V8 engine. And a lot of other things you can see here. Manipulating the files, command line, asynchronous work, blocking versus non-blocking, profiling the applications, Node.js with the TypeScript, difference between the development and the prod, right? V8 JavaScript engine. So this will help you a lot in understanding the things. Okay.
Okay.
Now you may read all these things. You may read all these things. So introduction to the node package manager, npm install. Can you see npm install? So we have discussed this in detail before we start the DOM manipulation. We have created the Vite project, and the Vite project was the node project. At that time we discussed what is node exactly, right? Now whenever you install node on your machine, you get a helper utility, node package manager. Node.js is all about the packages that you have. Now here what we can do, npm init. So here we can create a folder mkdir, and here we can say first Node.js node app. Mkdir spelling is wrong. cd first node app, then npm init, package name would be the same, version would be 0.0.0. Right now description, yes, entry point, just enter for all. Enter for all. Here you will have something like this. So cd, so we are inside this. Now if you see here, package.json have been created. So if it is a node project, you will have to have this file, right? You will have to have this file in your folder. This is the first node app. Inside that there is a package.json, and this package.json defines this is the node project. So what's the name of your package? That's why it's a package.json. First node app, version, index.js. Now Node.js version management, Node.js semantic versioning. If you see this thing, npm.docs, this is the official. Now if you see, look at the versions. If it is the first release, it will start with new product, which will start with 100. Backward compatible bug fixes, increment, can you see? If it is a first release, the 100, so this 0, this is a new release. This is, you can say, backward compatible but new feature, and this is bug fix. If you increment this, this is a bug fix. Okay. Now if you see 110, if 100 means what? A first release. 101, only last digit have been changed, third digit have been changed. Backward compatible bug fixes. Now middle digit have been changed. Backward compatible with the new feature. Increment the middle digit and reset this to the 0. This to the 0. You cannot keep this 1.1.0. If you increment this, this shall be 0. Okay. And check that break the changes that break the backward compatibility. If you see, first digit have been changed, 200. 200, you need to make everything rest to the 0. Okay. So 200. 2 means what? Change, breaking new change. Okay. Now,
Yes.
using semantic versioning to specify the update types that you can accept. Now see here, you can specify which update type your package can accept from the dependencies in a package.json file. For example, to specify the version ranges up to 1.04, use the following syntax: patch release 1.0 or 1.0.x, or you can see this tilde sign. So this tilde sign says that I will accept the patch release till 1.004. Minor release, I will accept the minor release, which represented by this hat, 1.0.4. Major release star or X. If you see this thing, 1.0.0, well, there is a calculator also, same ver calculator, means semantic versioning calculator. So you can give the package over here and it will list the versions. See 1.00, something like this. So include everything that does not increment the first non-zero portion of the same semantic versioning. Use a caret, also known as a hat symbol. Hat. See this. What it is saying? Including everything that does not increment the first non-zero portion of the this, including everything greater than particular version of some minor range, tilde. So here you can specify which update types your package can accept from the dependencies in package. For example, to specify acceptable version ranges up to 1.004. So either you can write tilde, this patch releases 1.0 or 1.0.x, this would be there. It will accept 1.0 or 1.0.x or tilde 1.0.4. Minor release 1 or 1.x or the hat 1.04. Minor release, patch release, minor release, major release. So this thing is called as a major release, patch release, minor release. Major release, patch release, and the minor release. So whenever we add the dependencies, things would be getting added automatically. Just a minute. Okay, now there is a dependencies thing, and inside this let's add one dependency, Nodejs date time. Node.js date time. Yeah, the Node.js date time dependency. Yeah, if you want to add this thing, can you see date time? And here we can add the version. Here we can add the version. So if I say now, can you see the version 3.5.0, 3. This. So here I can say 3.5.0. And if I add the caret over here, caret means hat. Here, if you specify hat 3.5.0, this will match to the versions like 3.5.0. It will match 3.4.0. It will match, just a minute, 3.3.0 or 3.3.1. It will match. You have given 3.5.0, but it won't match 4.0.0. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Okay, just a minute. It will not match this lower versions. I made a mistake over here. It will not match the lower versions. It will match 3.6.0, 3.7.0, 3.7.2, 3.7.3, right? Which means that it will match 3.x.x. This x values can be anything. The formula can be, it will match 3.x.x. X values can be anything. But it will not match the lower versions. Also, this x cannot be lower than this 5. Getting my point?
Yes.
Now, what about the tilde? What about the tilde? If you write something like this, if you write something like this tilde, it will match one point, it will match what it will match? Will comments are not allowed in JSON. It will match 3.5.0. It will match 3.5.1, 3.5.1. Just right. It will match. It will match exact 3.5.1. It will match 3.5.0, 3.5.2, 3.5.3, but not 3.6.0. Let us see. Okay, so this lower also it will not match. It will not match the lower all the time. Remember that versions lower than 3.1.1, it will not match, and 3.6.0 also it will not match. Tilde, last x. When you say tilde, it is the last x. Any question? Whenever you add the dependencies, at that time you are going to say, see the hat and tilde. Hat and tilde. Hello?
Yes.
Any questions on this part? This is really important when we add the versions. So you might get a interview questions on this part. You might get a questions in the interview on this part.
Okay.
If okay, let's meet tomorrow. Fine.
Fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Fine.